Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jide. I'm a Nigerian Canadian living in Canada, Ontario precisely. I talk about living in Canada. I also talk about mindset, how to position your mindset in such a way that you'll be able to achieve the best that you are created to be, to achieve the best of your potentials, because our mindset determines our speed, okay, in every area of our life. So I talk about mindset, I talk about life in Canada. So if this is your first time of watching my videos, I want you to like my video and subscribe to my channel, because I know very well because my content is going to be of educational value to you, especially if you are living in North America as an immigrant like me. Today I want to talk about how to prepare yourself for G test examination in Ontario. This is specifically for Ontario. If you are not in Ontario, you can just use this video as a template to understand how it is done in your province. But in Ontario, if you are planning to do a G test exam, if you are planning to take a G test, this video is going to be of benefit to you, because in this video I'm going to take through exactly how I prepared for my G test. I was able to ace my G test at the first attempt. As a G1 holder, I was able to ace my G test at first attempt. If you check data, if you check statistics, especially in Ontario, in Guelph Kitchener area, the failure rate of G test is very high, especially for those that are taking it as a G1 license holder. So if you're a G1 license holder and you are planning to take your G test in Ontario, this video is specifically for you. But however, if you are a G2 license holder and you are also planning to take your G test, this video will be of immense benefit to you as well. So know fully well that driving in your home country, in my case it was Nigeria, driving in Nigeria is not as structured as it is in Canada. So there's a whole wide world difference between driving in Nigeria, where most drivers do not follow rules, and coming to Canada, where rules are strictly enforced. As a G1 license holder, you are tested on rules. Okay, when I did my G1 test, I was tested on all the signs, road signs, and rules that I need to follow on the road. So, and then I read the fine or the applicable punishment that is measured for each type of offense you commit as a driver. So some include suspension of your driver's license. Some could go as far as impounding your vehicle. So I said, no, I don't want to be fined. I don't want to get my vehicle impounded in Canada. I don't want to spend unnecessary money, because one thing is that if you are breaking driving rules first time, second time, it not only costs you money, but it gives you a bad record on your driving record. So you don't want to start getting fined as a driver in Canada. So that means that while preparing to learn how to drive, you need to learn it very well. You need to follow rules and regulation, because one thing is that if you don't want to get to a place that you begin to have bad records on your driving record because of your insurance. Well, when you are applying for an insurance, one of the questions that your insurance company will ask you is whether you have been fined, or whether you have a record if you've been fined or you have broken driving rules at one point or the other. You don't want that record to be on your file, especially when you're applying for insurance. It could make your car insurance go high. Okay, so you want to make sure that you learn how to drive properly in a way that will be of benefit to you. You are going to learn how to drive properly, not for the benefit of the government, although it's good that, for the benefit, because you need to obey the rules, and also for the safety of other road users, and also for your own benefit. You need to know how to prepare and drive well. So in today's video, I want to take you through the thought process, everything that went through my mind, how I prepared for my G test in Ontario. So firstly, you have to change your mindset. You have to work on your mindset. You are an immigrant. You are coming from a country that is quite different from Canada. Know that in Canada, in Ontario, driving rules are enforced. So you got to adjust your mind to a country, to a driving that is rule based. So you want to make sure that you tell yourself, I must learn how to drive by the rules. No matter how early, how late you are to work, you must tell yourself, I will make sure I obey rules. So you must first of all tell yourself, and come to know that where you are now, where you want to learn to drive, speed is important. The speed at which you are going on a particular road is very important. How fast you are going, when to stop, when not to stop. Those are the critical things that are important. They don't joke with it in Canada. It's not a trivial matter. It's a serious weighty matter of the law. If, for example, a road is designated to be 30 kilometers at most, and you are found driving at 50 kilometers, it's not a trivial matter. Okay? Sometimes as Nigerian, you want to test the capacity of your vehicle, especially if you just bought a new car. Your car is very new and it dares you to travel at any speed. Of course, you cannot dare yourself. Especially so when you are being tempted or you have already been endeared to speed, you got to tell yourself the implication of going above the speed limit in a particular area. So those were the first things I needed to tell myself, that Jide, this is Canada. Rules apply to driving. I cannot drive as if I'm doing Formula 1 racing. I cannot be too in a hurry, probably when going to work, or probably when I'm trying to meet an appointment or a deadline. I cannot afford to overspeed. No matter how hurry I'm going, I must make sure I don't overspeed. I know myself, I have a tendency to overspeed. So you know what you have a tendency to do on the road. So you got to tell yourself that now this is Canada, I'm in Ontario now, and I make sure I'm going to tell myself not to break the rules. So those are the first adjustments I needed to make to ensure that I get myself ready for G test. So the second preparation I had to go through was to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I can't count the number of YouTube videos that I watch on the test conducted in Guelph, where I live. So you need to identify where you need to take the test and make sure that you search YouTube video and look for the video of the G test that is done in the area where you are going to do the test. So for example, you live in London and you booked your G test for London. Go to YouTube and search G road test in London. So it will give you many options about people that have shot the video of the route that the G test is going to test you on in London. I was in Guelph. I booked my test for Guelph. So I went to YouTube. I searched for G road test, G test in Guelph. So I got a lot of options. So I dedicated a whole weekend to watch those videos. What was I doing? I was trying to adjust my mindset. So that relates to the first point I made, that you have to adjust yourself to a rule-based driving. Rules are not being joked. So in addition to understanding that, I also understood the route that my test examiner was going to take me through in Guelph. So I familiarized myself with that route. So I also watched out for what they were looking for. I checked the marking scheme and the checklist of what they needed their students or the person being tested to do. Okay, so that is the second thing you need to do. You need to spend time to watch videos. I cannot overemphasize that. I think watching so many videos contributed to building up my confidence. Because what you want to do is to build your confidence. Yes, you have probably 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years experience driving back home. I had 7 years before I came to Canada, but I discovered that I was still anxious. I still had anxiety. I was still fearful, like, Jide, are you sure you will pass this test? That fear was staring me in the fear. I was like, how can I be afraid of taking G test when I've been driving many years? Then I realized that it's natural for most people to be anxious. And one thing is that on the day of the test, if your test examiner, or let me say if your examiner asks you, Jide, are you anxious? Never say you are anxious. Okay? Never say you are anxious. Because once you say you are anxious, it tells him two things. One, you probably lack the confidence, okay, to handle a vehicle, okay, on the road. And two, it tells him that you are probably going to make a mistake in that exam. So you already place him at a position in which he will lack confidence in you and pick on the smallest mistake that you make. So you don't want to say you are anxious. No, you just say, I'm excited to get my G license today and I'm looking forward to getting it. So that's just what you say. You don't say you are anxious. Although deep down within you, you might be anxious. You might be afraid. But whatever you need to do before the exam to boost your confidence, go for it. So working on your mindset. Why are you working on your mindset? To boost your confidence. Why are you going to watch as many videos as possible on YouTube? Is to boost your confidence. You need that confidence. It's not that because you don't know how to drive. Most people that fail G-test fail not because of inability to drive. It is because they have no confidence. They are fearful. They allow their fears to take them over. So what you want to do before the exam is to boost your confidence. That leads me to the third point. Get a driving instructor before the exam. I cannot overemphasize the importance of a driving instructor. I had a driving instructor in Guelph that was really superb. I could say 50% of my success in that exam was because of the driving instructor I got. The driving instructor had like 6 years experience driving, because a driving instructor in Canada must have at least 4 years driving experience in Canada. Okay, so I got a recommendation for the driving instructor, and it's not free. Per lesson, the driving instructor is going to charge you. So I was able to do 2 to 3 lessons with the driving instructor. Why? Because I wanted to boost my confidence and to ace my G-test once. I don't want to come back for G-test. Do you know that G-test is $90? If you want to book your G-test, it's $90. $90 is not small money. I don't want to come back to be paying that amount. I wanted to ace it once, and I don't have time to be doing it over and over again. So I gave it the best shot. So I booked like 3 lessons with the driving instructor, and I was able to boost my confidence. The driving instructor is going to take you through the test route as many times as you want, so that 1, you boost your confidence, 2, you are familiar with turn right at the light, turn left at the traffic light, or stop, or whatever instruction that is going to mimic. The driving instructor is going to model the test for you. Okay, now what you are going to face on the test day, your driving instructor is going to mimic it for you. He's going to provide a model for you, such that before you take the actual G test, you already take the G test. So get a good driving instructor, and I'm going to recommend my driving instructor for you. If you live in Waterloo region, maybe you currently stay in Guelph, Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, I'm going to recommend my driving instructor for you, who it was very helpful, and I can guarantee you, if you take your test with him, let me not say guarantee, but you will get the best value for your money. Okay, you will get the best value for your money. So more than the money, it is the confidence, it is the skill, it is the ability to get your G test aced at once. That is most important. So you want to be able to ace your G test and get your G license and start driving. That is the cocoa. That's the most important thing. So I don't want this video to be too long, but I just want to summarize everything about getting your G license in Canada. One, you need to work on your mindset. Boost your confidence by watching many videos that focus on G test in the route or in the city you are going to take it. And three, get a driving instructor to give you a mock exam, to prepare you to simulate what the real test is going to be, such that you overcome all your fears, all your worries, ask all the questions possible. Okay, so by the time you do all these things, it is guaranteed that you are going to ace your exam. You are going to ace your G test. So I was able to ace my G test as a G1 license holder at the first attempt. You also can do the same. That's the essence of this video. If you are a G2 license holder, you have a higher chance to ace it because you already drive on the road. Okay, but at the same time, you must go through the process of building your confidence for the G test. So I was able to pass my G test, and I was very happy, and that's it. So you can do it today. So thank you for watching this video. If you have watched this video to this point, that means you find it educative and interesting and informative. Please do share it with your friends and family, like it, and also subscribe to my channel as I share more content about living in Canada. Thank you. Do have a wonderful time. Bye.